Hi, so I'm Hugh McGuire, and thanks to Eli, he used the Tumblr for ebooks. This is the WordPress for ebooks. Pressbooks comes out of doing what Eli did, which was building a from-scratch tool called BookOven, and realizing that actually there were other ways to approach this. So what we wanted to do, or some of the principles behind Pressbooks is this, that making a beautiful book should be no harder than making a beautiful website. And if you build your book from the start as structured markup, then you can really get to any kind of output that you might want. And the best markup to start with, we believe, is HTML, because it's ubiquitous and it's going to be around forever and it's going to degrade nicely. Principle number 3 is that the distinction between books and the internet is going to disappear eventually. And all data, whether it's books or whatever it is going to end up on the web. And so if you build your book on the web to start, then it's already there. And so our choice based on those 3 principles was to use a platform that was native to the web, makes structured markup, and it makes it easy to build beautiful websites. Ergo, it should be easy to build other things. So this is an example, and as I say, this is built on top of WordPress. So we've taken WordPress and reinvented it for the purpose of building books. And I think where Eli's focusing on self-publishers, while we think we can serve self-publishers, we're also focusing really on publishers. So this is what our read view looks like, and this is inspired by Readability and Instapaper in particular, who said, hey, there's too much junk on the stuff that we're reading on the web, so let's clear it out so that we can actually read the stuff that's there. We build a nice navigation, so table of contents that pops up on the side, which makes it easy to get around in the book. And we're not certain whether this web-based book is going to be something that readers read or whether this is going to be part of a production process for publishers, so we're finding out. One of the nice things about building on top of WordPress, of course, is that theming, putting different themes on top, is relatively easy. So here's just another view of what a web version of the book would look like. And theoretically, we could have millions of different kinds of views. For exports, of course, we export valid EPUBs. And you know, getting from HTML to valid EPUB is nice in theory, but people put junky stuff into their markup. So we've worked hard at cleaning that up. This is what it actually looks like on a Kobo device. Michael Tamlin tells me I get 25 cents every time I mention Kobo. So Kobo, 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 Kobo. Kobo, 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 Kobo. I think I have 2 slides here with Kobo. I should have put, it looks nice on iBooks and everything. We didn't put any CSS on our EPUB to start. We wanted to get the structure right. We're just in the process of implementing CSS, and we'll have editable CSS as well, so you can do tweaks to the CSS if you want. We're really happy with this. So this is what our PDF export looks like. And you know, it was a balance. Do we just go ebooks, or do we try to do really a full workflow so we can perhaps replace InDesign in certain cases? And we decided to do that. So this is a book we did with O'Reilly. Brian O'Leary and I wrote this book, or sorry, we didn't write this book. We edited this book with a collection of essays from some of the people in this room about the future of publishing. But I don't know how well you can see it, but the layout comes up very nice, and we really can template with different kind of outputs here. And so the idea would be, I think, for a publisher that we would build specific templates for the publisher so that they output whatever it is that they want for a series of books, let's say. This is inside, so we're now in the back end, the admin, and this is the metadata page, which Anya from Harvard Business Review Press said changed to book information, so because metadata is too confusing, so now it's called book information, but that is ISBN, etc. And here, this is the book itself. You can move those chapters around, move the parts around. Very simple, familiar interface for anyone who's used WordPress, but also what's great about WordPress is how powerful it is. So this is the editing view. Again, very simple and familiar for anyone who's used WordPress. But one of the amazing things about WordPress is that we know that as WordPress evolves and takes on new kinds of improvements, that we get those for free. So for instance, they built, just in their last release, a very nice full-screen editing view, which you can see on display here. And this is Andrew Savickas' wonderful chapter from our book that we built inside of Pressbooks along with O'Reilly. And finally, this is the export page. We're still kind of working on this, but you can export EPUB with a variety of different CSSs. You can export different kind of PDF typeset templates, and that's it. Thank you.